Hello again, it's me, Milton, with Little Milto channel. So now we finally, it did arrive today of course, we get to have a look at the RIDGID or the AEG, what is it's known here in Britain and down in Australia as well. Why it has two separate names, I do not know. Do I think the Americans got a better name with RIDGID? Personally, yeah, because that's how I know this. Because I watch a lot of American styled reviewers and they're always going on about RIDGID. To me it's RIDGID, but it's not. It's AEG in Britain and, as I said, the same in Australia. Model number is BSS180P-0 and it is hydraulic drive. I did think it got the name Stealth Force at one point, but I have not found it anywhere on this. It's just got Silent Impact on the side, which we'll look at later. So first of all, we'll start over here with the charger. This. I'll take the battery off, and by the way, the lights on the battery do stay on the same as the Ryobi when it's actually charging. But I will say this, the lights on the battery ain't brilliant when you press them. I don't know if that'll come out on camera, because they're pretty garbage. They're not bright. Ryobi was brighter actually. Anyway, the charger is BL1218. Now, I didn't pay for all this setup. I'm not going to add it up because I know how much it was. I'll let you guys do that. 62 for the charger. The battery, which is 6 amp, we got a bargain. The battery should have been somewhere about 100. But we got it for 80. It was roughly the same price as the 5 amp battery, but you can see it's 6 amp. Yeah, 80 for that. This here was £180 bare unit. Yeah. So what did I get for the bare unit? Okay, I got this, it came in a bag. I got a belt clip, it came in a nice little bag. I got this stupid thing here which is part of the packaging, we can get rid of that now. I got the AEG 3-year warranty, we can get rid of that. I got power tools and another power tools thing, which really and truly, by the state of them, they look like they were in the bin, but they haven't, they'll go in there later. And I also got this nice little piece of paper here as well with it. And there is a bit on the back of it, which is a PH, not a PZ, which I was surprised at being British, of course. Now, back to the battery. What I did find with the battery was quite a neat little feature. It took its charge. When you press the side flips in on the side here, I know this should be coming out on camera, it actually lifts the battery up a bit. So I had quite a look at that, and it does quite clearly show inside actually the bits popping out. And the bits on top that hold it in place when it's on the machine, they actually act independently, which is sort of a bit of a surprise in a way, but however, quality at the end of the day, I suppose that's what you're paying for. So we'll come in and we'll have a look at what was actually some of its stats are. Okay, AEG power tools, 18 volt brushless 3-speed impact driver, there's the model number there. If we move over here, we see silent impact, 73 decibel, which is actually quieter than the Milwaukee Surge, actually, as far as I know. Anyway, we'll leave that. We have our speeds over here. First is 0 to 1000, second is 0 to 1800, and third speed is 2400. That's not very fast. And yet the impulses per minute, I apologise, so that's what we're supposed to call these now, impulse drives, is 0 to 1700. Strange that it's very low, but I've heard this kicks a lot and it's like it pushes the bits round. Okay, power, 73 newtons. Again here, I've seen this at 62, I've seen it at 80, but here on the box it clearly states 73 newtons. Fine, that's what we're going off. And 12 mil bolts, I think that is, that you can take out, so that's fine, we're not going to argue with that. Again, if we look down here, is this company? Yeah, it is. we have 18 volt, we have 1/4 inch chuck or 6mm, it has hammer screw drive, it has 3 LED lights, its length is 152 millimeters long, and it weighs 1.38 kilograms. Okay then. Oh, wrong button. So let's very quickly get the belt clip on. What went with this thing? We're back in screwdriver mode. Oh, of course, this stupid system. Right. Now, I've heard rumours, and somebody left comment on this on my channel a while back, that originally this was actually Milwaukee's. And when they seen what Makita was bringing out, they got rid of it and gave it to RIDGID, which is AEG here in Britain. I can see me having fun with this name tonight. Let's just call it an impact and leave it at that. So, this could be true, but the point is there any actual proof to this? That this was actually made by Milwaukee, and when they actually seen what Makita was bringing out, they actually gave it to RIDGID or AEG. Don't know myself. I certainly can't find any proof or evidence of this, so it's just a nice little story, I suppose. Right, battery time, and let's feel the weight. It's not a very defined click, and I'm not really impressed with these little bits here. They seem a bit small. Usually they're a bit bigger, the bits that clip in. Haven't got a very nice clip to it, and I must admit this does weigh something, I have to admit. Right, so lose that word. Let's get down to business then and see what this thing's got on it. Well, if we start at the chuck up here, it seems to have that little annoying Ryobi system, whereas when you push it in, if you push it in too light, it locks and flips it back and you can't get the bit in. Also, I've seen, it's in now, I've also seen some complaints that a lot of people don't like it because it hasn't got knurling round there to actually pull it. But the way it's shaped inwards anyway here. So really and truly, you do get a good grip of it. And of course it's got a nice spring. You do get used to this system with pushing it in, but you just got to be quick with it. And it doesn't really fire it that far. That spring will soon wear out anyway. Okay, let's move on. We have 3 LED lights round it, which are actually quite bright, I must admit. I have looked at them, and I can still see the little 3 marks. But this bit is plastic here. It's not rubber. They did that with the Ryobi as well, which really and truly, it should really be rubber because you can mark up stuff. Anyway, we'll move on. It is plastic. Up here you get a warning that you could burn your little fingers on it. There. We have air vents here on the side. And then we start getting the rubber coming in very quickly on this one. This is rubber all the way around here. Keep that light like this. And the light stays on for 10 seconds, by the way. I counted it. And then you have rubber up here on top as you come to the 3-speed position, which at the minute it's in 3rd, and all you have to do is just move it like so and move it back again. It's adequate, it works. If you move it lightly, it's quite readjustable, but if you hit it quick with a lot of power, you could miss if you try to get 2nd. That's that, it's adequate. We have quite a lot of rubber here at the back as well, and I've knocked that switch again. That's because the switch is down the bottom, that's why. Right, come on, you get off light. Anyway, we have a lot of rubber here at the back, as I've said, and oh yeah, the logo is actually rubber as well at the back as well. But what I did notice was, I wish that light would switch on. Of course, my hand keeps hitting the button down the bottom that switches the light on. Great feature. Not for doing reviews with things in your hand, thank you, it's off now. Now, what we have here is on the side, we have air vents here on the side, which I think is a good idea, but it's blowing out anyway. It's not actually sucking in there, that's where the air comes out. So really and truly, by the time you're stopping the particles, it's been sucked in anyway, because these are the air vents. These must be the intake vents here and they're on either side. So that was a great idea, only one problem: they should have been there at the front to stop the dust and the little bits for getting in the first place. But I did pass comment on this on the Milwaukee Surge, that it is rather open there and you could actually drop something inside there. But so far nobody's done it, so fine, we'll move on. And of course we have our customary left and right, which I must admit is very clicky, and it is good, I have to admit. That's got some click to it. That's been about one of the tightest I've seen for a while, and I've hit that light again. This has got to be a fun job tonight, I'll tell you now. Okay, then I'll wait till the light goes off. It went off, thanks. Now the rubber. Oh, a great idea, that switch down there. But when you try to review the damn thing and show everybody, you keep on hitting the blinking light switch. Right, we'll leave it where it's sitting now, I suppose. Now, the rubber, I am very surprised with that. It's really grippy rubber. Is it because it's just little pimply bits all over it? I don't know. Anyway, it is very grippy, I must admit. And down here, we have this switch here, which switches the lights on, which I'm not going to press, because I seem to have pressed it through this whole darn well review. So, move on. Of course, here is where the clip is for putting a little bit of extra tool in, which I've said it's a PH2 bit, not a PZ bit, which is a bit disappointed, because that just means that's another PH bit I'm probably never going to use. But I'll probably use it in this review, because I want to test it on small screws anyway. Okay, let's move round. And we now come to the front where the lights were, which I have pressed on, which is that little button there. You press that. And we have glorious rubber all over the place, here, there. The belt hook is on, and I've just hit the light switch again. You can see that's really fantastic, that, well done. And but actually, the belt hook on this does feel a bit stronger than usual, I must admit. Okay, fine. And of course it is left and right. And as I said, you got rubber all over here, and the same again. Ah, sorry, keep the rubber. Rubber on the base as well, which I do think that's always a good idea. More manufacturers should do it. It only seems to be Ryobi and Milwaukee that actually do this. So what else? Oh, and when you press in to release the button, it does push it forward that little bit as well. So that's a good thing. It's also reasonably weighty as well, to be honest with you. I must admit I'm quite surprised. It is quite a solid beast. I am actually quite impressed with the solidness of the thing, I will say. Now, I'm just going to read you a paragraph of what I found in the instructions. This appliance is not intended to be used or cleaned by persons with a reduced physical, sensory or mental capabilities, or lack of experience or knowledge, unless they have been given instructions concerning the safe use of this appliance by a person legally responsible for their safety. They should be supervised whilst using the appliance. Children shall not use, clean or play with this appliance, which when not in use should be secured out of their reach. Well, going off all that, I don't think I should be using it either then, should I? And I must say, one more thing about the battery charger, I am actually impressed with it. It is an impressive looking battery charger. You can use it this way up, you can use it, no, you can't see it that way up, or if you really wanted to, you could actually hang it on the wall as well. So that's pretty impressive. Now, one of the other things I'm finding with these hydraulic drives, they've been out for a long time now, but there do not seem to be any improvements in features that are coming into them. I mean, they were okay when they first came out. I mean, I think this was one of the first ones to come out, along with the Ryobi, and then I think next we pulled it off was Makita with theirs, and then Milwaukee brought out theirs, which was the Surge, and that's why I'm just calling it, because that's what everybody calls it now, it's just a Surge. But now they're beginning to lack with the features. I think Makita has a tap mode. Yeah, Makita has tap mode. The Milwaukee has a tap mode on it. But there are other features out there that are coming out in a lot of the other impacts. I mean, I know that these things, a lot of people say they're underpowered. Trust me, they're not underpowered. They do have quite a lot of power. And of course this noise thing as well with them. Whereas really around hospitals, old people's homes, and there is another place that everybody forgets about, and I'll tell you the story about this one some other time. Schools, colleges, you can't really use them around there because it disturbs the classrooms when you're actually going off with them as well. So really and truly, there is quite a lot of places where you can't use a standard impact, whereas an impulse you can. And this is the other problem. To get around some of the laws, if they sign a contract saying they're not allowed to use impacts in this zone, contractors this is, sometimes they can't use hydraulics because they class them as impacts as well. But they're not. They've now started trying to class them as impulse drives. And I'll go with the flow on that one. They're impulse drive, not impacts. So I do feel that at the end of this, they should, I've just pressed that blinking button again for that light switch, they should now start having better features on them, because they do a new octane version or a standard impact, do RIDGID in America. We haven't got it yet over here, and it's got a lot of features, and to be honest with you, it sounds pretty good. I think I might, when it comes out, I might actually buy it and just try that out for the features that are on it, because it does sound pretty good. Anyway, enough talking. I think it's about time we went away and we started playing with something good now. Okay? Now, what we're going to do first is a little bit of a speed test with a 16mm self-feed bit from Bosch. Now what I've done is, I've moved the microphone at the minute as far away as I possibly can, for a reason, because that way the sound, you can actually hear what the machine actually sounds like. Because, right, done it again, chuck. Because this is one of the problems with hydraulics, you don't always get to hear what they sound like. So here we are going in. This is the bit I like. This is why I like doing reviews, because I get covered in muck. Here we go. This is in third speed. Must admit, quite impressive. Let's do it again. And over here. Now that's pretty fast, that, I must admit. And it wasn't overly noisy as well. Now I reckon this thing should do this 32mm bit from DeWalt. Have you done it again? Done it again. Yeah, it's got the same, call it problem, as what the Ryobi's got. It's a pain in the butt, and although you do get used to it, I have to admit. Anyway, 32mm bit from DeWalt that I self-sharpened, a little bit too sharp. But fair's fair. Now I'm coming in here, because what I've noticed is when you're pushing down on the decking, if there are any flex in it, it seems to slow them down for going down. So let's see how we cope with this. Going about here, we'll do, yeah, get in. Okay. Slowed down a bit. I'm not going to say it was struggling when it was actually doing that last bit, but I'll do one more for luck. Why not? May as well. Let's have some fun. Let's make noise. Oh, I'm going to miss that. No. Yeah. Must admit, I don't like coming through the bottom of that decking. Up next, is a 32mm bit from Bosch, which is another self-feeding bit. This, I think it might just struggle a little bit on, but well, we'll wait and see. I need a clear area to do the screw thing. Okay, ready? Actually, I think it did it better than what that Bosch bit did, to be honest with you. It got through easier. So now we'll try a bit of a screw test. Next test. These are 6x100 or 12 gauge by 4 inch turbo 2 screws with a TX30 head. Okay, let's see how quiet it is. And yes, the microphone is still set further back. Nice, very controllable too. There we go. And of course, the larger the actual screw size, the more noise it's actually going to make, of course. Now, next test up, noise test. This is a DeWalt DC-F886. It has 3,200 impacts per minute. Sorry, I apologise, it is 3,200 and spins at 2,800 RPM. Standard impact versus this. Now, the microphone's set away, you might hear a slight difference. Then I'll redo the test how I normally do it at a much greater distance. Are we actually now? Are we in? Start with? Yeah, we are. Okay, hydraulic first. Right, up to this it. Up for the next test now. Now, to start with, that microphone is roughly 12 feet away from where I'm sitting now, so we should hear a difference. Okay then. Okay, for a laugh, this is the hydraulic impact from Makita. Serial number DTS141, spins and third 3,200 RPM, 2,700 impacts or impulses per minute. So let's see if we can see a difference in sound with these two. Up first, AEG. Okay. Next test, same screws but going at a bit of hardwood, and this is hardwood. So hopefully we'll see another sound difference, and I'm hoping that the Makita here starts making a bit more noise. Up first, AEG. There we go, and hopefully there was a difference in the sound on that one. Let's see how quickly they can pull them out. As well. Are we in? We're in. AEG was a lot quicker. Now, these next screws here are 6x180mm. It's going to take some force. We're going to put these two on a bit of a head-to-head on this one. This took the Ryobi way over its limit, and it also takes a lot of Milwaukee, so it gets a bit noisy as well at this one as well. So anyway, let's see what happens. It's not a sound test, it's to see who can push them down first. If you want a wee bit of a head to head, because I know you want one. I'll just get set up. Okay, race to the bottom. Is that one in? Oh, here we go. Wow, that was burning. Winner! Put them in. Can they get them out though? Yeah. Got to go in reverse. Tell you what, I'm not going to be touching them. Those screws will be hot. Now to start with, my money was on the Makita for to win that. Just goes to show how wrong you can be. But I will say the Makita was smoother. The AEG or RIDGID, whichever one you prefer to call it, did kick a bit. It was kicking like a bit like a mule. I think it will come out on the actual camera. You can see it. It was shaking quite a bit. But there you go. And in case I didn't say, this is 160 Newton meters of torque. This is 40, and again here this is 73, is it? Yeah, 73 newtons. So there you have it. Oh, the bits being used were both V5 bits, and they did get warm, both of them, but not overly hot. The Ryobi got them a lot hotter actually when that was in use. So the bits actually survived. Okay then. Next test, basically speaking, is just to see whether or not it's able to put in little screws. And once again, I hit that switch again, it's turned the lights on. Got it that time. These are just random small screws that I'm picking out. It's in third speed. Yeah, I'll just turn it down I think on the next one. Still does it though. Let's see what it's like in second. Just to see if it's controllable. Still pretty fast. It's because it hits so hard. Well, it's not hitting, it's pushing. I'll try something a little bit bigger. Let's say I'm just picking random screws. That's no good. Need a bigger screw head for that. That's because it's a 3. Right, let's try a little diddy one here. See how we get on with that one. I must admit, it is actually, for its size and weight, it's very controllable. Oh, my fault. Try that again, that was my fault. But it is heavy though, I will say this. I messed that up. One more for luck. Yep, very good. Okay then, we've done that. So okay then, what do I think of it? Believe it or not, it was a pleasant surprise, I have to admit. I had heard a lot of stories about this. It's very kicky, it's very juddery. Yeah, it is there, but it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. But then again, I did have the Ryobi, and I did notice the Ryobi was a little bit like this. It seems to have a similar type of power system, but it's just no way as powerful as this. And what I was surprised with was how powerful this actually was. And how hot is it? Believe you me, it is just warm, and that is all. I mean, it's nothing, not even mentioned to be honest here. And how much battery power did we use? Hang on a minute, I've just hit that stupid switch. I don't like the switch. I'll get round to that in a minute. Wait until this thing goes off. I'm sick and tired of it. It's off. much battery power. Actually hasn't used any. I'll do that again. It's still, I mean, that's quite a surprise. That 6 amp battery is pretty awesome, and I will admit the Makita was on a 5 amp battery, believe it or not, but what difference is that going to make? It actually rumped home, and the Makita was actually struggling towards the end of that test anyway. You could see that it had went to that slow where it was just turning like this very slowly, whereas this just more or less did it straight down. I've got to hand it. Although, yeah, it does kick a bit at that level. I mean, is it over its level? To be honest with you, and that hardwood, they're kind of getting that way, especially this one as well. Would I use them for that? Well, it did it at the end of the day, and it did it pretty quick. So yeah, you just have to put up with that extra bit of vibration that comes off it. But I am surprised with it. I do like it. It's heavy, I must admit. And I will have to just hit that switch again. What I will say, this was the original one I was going to buy. This is the one I actually wanted, this one here. But you get talked out of it, people saying, oh, RIDGID, it's rubbish, it's crap and all this. I don't know, this is pretty darn well good, I have to admit, and I do like it. How often would I use it? To be honest with you, maybe on bigger jobs, yeah, fine, because of the weight factor of it. And I think no point even buying a smaller battery for it, because you're still going to have the same problem. The machine itself is actually pretty heavy. Actually, it's not bad. There is a lot of weight when you add, and it's not too bad. Yeah, you could probably buy a smaller battery for it and actually get away with it. We'll just have to wait and see what RIDGID bring out next. And I'm just calling it RIDGID because that's where it's got to come out next. It'll come out in America first, which will be RIDGID, and eventually we'll get it over here on AEG. So yeah, I like it. I would give it a thumbs up. You can complain, watch other people that go on about this. It's a bit like juddery, you can feel it in it. Yeah, alright, it's not as smooth as, say, the Milwaukee Surge. It's not as smooth as the Makita. And it's slightly there with the Ryobi, but the Ryobi's pretty underpowered. If you ask me, I think it's time that the manufacturers of hydraulic impacts and DeWalt got their finger at their backside and they brought out a hydraulic one, started getting more features on it. That has to be one of the main upgrades. They've not got enough features on it, and this is what people want nowadays. They want features now. We've reached a power point, if you want, with impacts, that you're just going to keep making them more powerful. Then the bits that we're doing is having to be upgraded. Take it for example, DeWalt has had to upgrade to flex torque. Milwaukee is upgrading to Gen 3 bits with a grey tip on the end because they're getting the same problem. Their bits are breaking a lot more because they keep taking the impact and they keep overpowering them, and they're just getting more and more power. So the bits themselves have to increase. Again, the tool itself is only as good as the tooling that you actually end up putting into it. Okay, I've been through the footage. I did make one mistake. I did actually call the DeWalt bit a Bosch bit. Again, I'm quite good at that. So anyway, it's actually the DeWalt bit. That's 32mm, that's straight down. It's that. I forgot to mention about the trigger. The trigger, and if you do notice, yeah, I took the battery off and I shoved it on charge. I got sick and tired of that switch. It's a nice idea, and for everyday normal use, yeah, but for doing this review, it's just been a parp, to be honest with you. Anyway, the trigger switch on it is actually very good. I haven't got any problems with it. Normally, it's one of the things with me. I do like a nice trigger, and it has got a nice trigger. I think if it was crap, I'd have mentioned it earlier, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm impressed with this. It's one of these. It is nice. I think you'll be hard pushed to get us away from the Milwaukee Surge, right enough for normal duty jobs, like, because it is just that good. Alright, this in the Milwaukee, let's go feel like that. Yeah, Milwaukee's got a lot of gravity to it as well, you see. But it's nice, it's small, it's compact. I mean, look, come on. It ends up always, it'll always be that one, because it is that blinking well good. But this, I like it, and if we've got bigger jobs, no doubt, yeah, we'll look at this, because it means now we can reduce the noise as well and use a bigger and a more powerful impact. You see? So, just one more thing. I'll just clarify this event. They haven't really got big, sorry, the openings here are rather big on this machine here. What I mean is, the vents here are very small. They really should have kind of had them the other way about, to be honest with you, to stop the bigger particles from getting in. That's what I was going on about. You can't really see it because, well, the light's not that good, to be honest with you. And I'm not doing a close-up shot of it. Anyway, my name's Milton, channel's called Little Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I keep saying it, I'm always easygoing about everything. It's just one of these. Okay, and I'll see you next time, where sooner or later I'm going to do a review. How do I mean a review? I'm going to actually do a video on things that we should know about hydraulic impacts. Okay, that one, and I've got one coming up with a Stanley bit as well. Okay, bye now.